Vera, who's one of our elected officers from Palestine Solidarity Campaign in Dorchester. She's been a student activist leading walkouts, and now she's organising locally, and she's helped me organise this vigil.
I don't think there's many things I can say today. I don't really have any words anymore, I don't think. But the one thing that stood out to me this week is the anti-Palestinian racism from the UK government.
A family of 6 from Gaza have applied to live in Britain using this scheme, and a judge has now ruled in their favour.
Mr. Speaker, let me be clear. I do not agree with the decision. She's right. It's the wrong decision.
The welcoming of Ukrainian refugees and not Palestinian refugees, the only single answer to that is anti-Palestinian racism. This UK government aren't just complicit in genocide. I don't like people using that term because they are actively enabling the genocide. They're supplying arms to Israel every single day to break the ceasefire and to bomb pregnant women and children. By welcoming Netanyahu to the US endorsed ethnic cleansing and welcomed a wanted war criminal breaking the International Criminal Court legislation. I think now is a good time for Keir Starmer to come out and defend international law. This is a basic ask. It's a very simple human ask to defend the International Criminal Court, who have said that Netanyahu is a war criminal. I've been recently speaking to a friend that I have in Gaza. His name is Hani Al-Assar, and he sent me a poem that he's been writing for a few weeks that I'd like to read to you today. More than a year and the planets revolve around the corpses. More than a year and the sun has not risen on the people of the tents. You who survived the genocide, write your names on the remaining walls and invent another account of time. Draw the sun with coals of the stoves. May the day come from behind the tents. You who survived by chance, how late you were and how much joy awaited you. You wash your faces with yesterday's tears and you carry in your souls the wood of the wrecked boats. You survived and nobody survived. We need to keep campaigning for a full arms embargo on Israel, and not only this, but a full trade embargo on Israel. We need to make sure that this Saturday the ceasefire holds. This is why we will be demonstrating in London on the 15th, this Saturday, to demand that the government stops arming Israel and make sure that we are not enabling this genocide any further. We need to defend our right to protest. We need to talk about the names of the health workers on this banner that have been murdered. We need to talk about Dr Hussam Idris, and we need to keep these names in our hearts and in our minds and in our struggle. Free Palestine, free Dr Hussam Idris now, and keep putting pressure on our government to do the simplest act of human decency and stop arming the genocide. Thank you.